Hello, hello, hello. Let me invite people here to come to our live. Doesn't tell my story. That's for me. You're just that good. I'll give thanks to God when I don't have enough. 'Cause He's more than enough. And He knows what I need, so I'll give thanks to God when I don't have enough. 'Cause He's more than enough, and He knows what I need. He knows what I need. It's unclear to me, oh, lies many ways. Every breath I breathe, an invitation to believe you are creating something good. Doesn't tell my story. Okay. I invited some people. Hello. Hello, I can't see you. I can't see your name. So say hi to me and then I can say hi back. But thank you so much for joining me tonight for this amazing live about saboteurs. Let's talk about that tonight. So I put a song here for us to to hear during this time because we are talking about saboteurs, and this song is I'll Give Thanks and says, why do I worry? Why do I worry? Why do I worry? Why do I worry? God knows what I need. Give thanks to God when I don't have enough. But says, why do I worry? God knows what I need. Why do I worry? And that's the thing, because the saboteurs, they come to bring worry, to bring anxiety, to bring stress, to bring all of this, and we don't need that. We don't need that. So I'm here to bring this clarity to you. What is this? When this started? And how to fight against that. But the only way for you to fight against something is when like the Bible says, I forgot exactly the quote that says that you need to be friends of your enemies, or pray for your enemies. That's what the Bible says. But like, pray for your enemies, and or the quote, know your enemies, and then you are able to win the battle. So when you will not be friends of saboteurs, but when you know about them, you are able to win this battle. So hello everyone, hello you that is here. So please send to me hi, and then I'm able to see your name when show up the comment, and then I can say hi to you back. Okay, I really don't know how it works here, so I don't know how to see your name, show your name, show you here. Anyway, let's go, let's start. So like I told you guys, I put my glasses because unfortunately for 40 years old I need to use glasses. Welcome everyone. If you are here for the first time, if you don't know me, I am Kelly Fisher. I am a business coach. Hello Mariana. Welcome. So I work, that's my company, Royal Fisher Business Solution. Hello Luciana, you are here. Thank you. Great. So they will see a Brazilian talking English. I hope encourage them to talk too, because like I don't know perfectly, but I simply started to talk. Anyway, hello Mariana. So I am Kelly Fisher, business coach. That's my company, Royal Fisher Business Solution. And I work with many entrepreneurs and business owners that they desire to scale, to grow in their business. They understood that they arrived in a level on their business and they need to go to the next level. But to go to the next level, they need to change the mindset. So I help them to think strategically. I help them to get out of the operational side of the company and think strategically, because when they think strategically, they are able to like create a system where this system will help them to increase their sales, increase their revenues, and increase the income, the gross income of the company, and give more profit, and at the same time freedom for them to enjoy with the family the money they are making. So that's what I do. And I am doing this series of lives talking about imposter syndrome. Why? Because unfortunately I went through that in the beginning of this year, and I started to study about that. And I was like, what is this? Why this, is this happen to me right now? What's happening with me? So that was the questions that started in my mind, and I shared a little bit about that on Tuesday. So if you were here, if you watched it, I told my story. But this series started on Monday, where on Monday I talked about the imposter syndrome and the definition and the treatment, the symptoms and treatment. But I'm bringing this subject here because I want you guys to have the clarity of what is this, what is imposter syndrome. Many people, they never heard about that. They are like, Kelly, I've never heard about that before. What is that? And I'm bringing that because it's a little bit similar, the symptoms, with depression, but it's not a depression. Okay, so I was scared because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going through a depression. I cannot go through a depression right now. I have a son. I need to provide to my family. I need to do that. So it was very dark time in the beginning of the year because of this confusion. So when I started to study about that, and then I was like, okay, it's not depression, it's imposter syndrome, but the symptoms, they are very closer to. And if we don't treat in the beginning of the imposter syndrome, could become depression. So that's why I decided to come and talk about that, because many people never heard about that. Even that the studies about the first time that someone talked about that was 1978, I think, was with I study with the Georgia University. They studied with 150 people, and they saw that 85% of the women achieve the high level, executive level in companies, they are suffering with imposter syndrome, because they start to think that they have no value, they are fake. All the conquers or all the achievements actually were like lucky, and somebody chose them, but they are not actually able to do anything. So they go through this imposter syndrome, the fake, they are fraud, you know. So they are suffering with that, and if don't treat that in the beginning, could become a depression, and then will be worst. But so I talked about that on Monday, and my story on Tuesday, and I was amazed by how many people, how, you know, like, was, I don't know, at least 10 or 12 people reach out to me saying, I'm going through that. Thank you for sharing your stories. So like I said yesterday for the youth group in my church, when you are vulnerable, you open the doors to help others. So the moment that I was like so nervous sharing that, because I'm a business coach, I need to share, like, to show like I strength, you know, for these people hire me. And then I was like, okay, but I need to do that. That's what God told me to do, to talk about that, and to talk about that. I need to tell them my story. And then I opened and I was vulnerable, saying that happened to me. And then so it started because came someone said something to me and was a lie, and then came and was in my head for 2 years, and then it started to show up in the beginning of this year. So that was what is happening inside of me that allowed this lie to come and make, you know, home, that like in my head, you know, like what is exactly is inside of me that allowed this lie to come and become a imposter syndrome, that I don't believe in myself anymore, in my abilities and my capacity, that I try to hide myself, that I try to, like, how can I do that, because I don't believe in myself anyway. So then I started to study. I started to, you know what, I will find a job, I will do that, and then I will see if I can find a job. So when I started to apply for jobs on Glassdoor, and then you need to do kind of a match thing, and it has a company here in Lakeland, the headquarters, that is a Publix company, is a company that I want to work so bad. I'm amazed by the company. I love the supermarket. Anyway, so the match says that I matched to be a project manager, senior project manager. So I was like, because of the imposter syndrome, I was like, I don't have the capacity to be the senior product manager. So I will be kind of a basic, you know, I would try the architect designer. I would try something like that I don't need my license, that I don't. So, but then when I started to see the salaries, I saw, wow, an architect designer make kind of a $43,000 to $58,000, and when have the license goes to $63,000. Kind of a junior or something like that, like 14 years experience, architect, project architect is making $63,000. This is, guys, for me to have my license here, I need to study, to work 3,600 hours plus do 6 different exams, including project manager, and pay around $3,000 to do all of these, and take 2 years for me to take my license. And at the end, I will be making $63,000. So when I started to compare the salary of an architect and a project manager, and a project manager, for example, is $80,000. And then I saw the project manager senior around 100,000, and then goes to agile coach, and then business developer, you know, agile coach, and Salesforce, whatever, goes to 130,000. I was like, oh my gosh, I will do that. So I started to study and develop myself to go to those descriptions job that was saying that I match with. So I was like, okay, so what is here that I don't have yet, and I need to study to have that, because I wanna try this job. So I started to study Agile system and Salesforce to take my license as a project manager. Anyway, and one of that was the Salesforce, where for 2 weeks I was studying mindset. Okay, I was studying like to change the mindset, because it's about sales. And sales, you need to train the seller, the salesperson, to learn how to receive the no's, because you receive a lot of no's, especially when you are selling software and this kind of stuff. Like that's the main thing of the course. Anyway, and then we need to train the mindset. So at the end of the 2 weeks was the assessment of the emotional, the positive quotient, and then the assessment of Saboteurs assessment. So when I did the Saboteurs assessment, I was like, oh my gosh, now I know why the lie came. And now I know why I didn't have the filter to hear that and block that and just fight against that. I received that and I believed, you know. So I was like, okay, I understood. So it was a kind of situation that came and I didn't have the filter. Does it make sense, guys? So now I will start to talk about the theme of this live, okay? Saboteurs. And all of these that I will talk to you right now is from the website of Positive Intelligence. And if you guys want to do the assessment of Saboteurs, reach out to me, send me a message inbox or a comment here, and then I can send to you the link for you to do the assessment. It's amazing. I love it. That I believe is, you know, one more open mind, you know, one more clarity that comes to you, and then you are able to win the battles, you know, the battles of your mind. Like I said on the Portuguese live, we are 3 in 1, you know. We are a systematic person, that we are 3 in 1. We are body, flesh, soul, and spirit. And our soul is commanded by our mind, is totally our mind. So we need to respect the 3 spectrums of ourselves, you know, the spirit, the body, and the emotions. When we don't start to respect the emotions, to pay attention on that and identify what is going on wrong, and then we start to cause problems for our bodies. You know, I was telling them how I gained weight in 1.5 years because of the stress, because of the cortisol, because of, you know, all the toxic feelings that I was having. And then I gained weight. I gained so much weight. And then now I'm going through putting all things in order for me to go back to myself, you know. And then, like I said, on Tuesday, the first thing was take my position back. So I'm not fail. I'm not fraud. I am Kelly Fisher. I am daughter of God. I am daughter of my mom and my father. I carry like all the past. I have this strength of to be a pioneer, like my parents, like my family. I have that. So I took my position and then I started to lose weight. I already lost almost 20 pounds into 3 months already. So it's because I took my position, because I respected myself, I respected my emotions, I understood, and I started to treat. So my body is working together with my emotions, and then my connection with God the same, because then we are respecting the three spectrums. When we understand that we are three, we are a systematic person, and then we are able to respect all of that. Does it make sense, guys? Please say to me if it makes sense here. Send a comment saying if you are understanding, if it makes sense anyway. But then I'll go to the concept. So what is the when this started, how it started? That, like I said to you, you can go to this website. I can send to you the link and you will see that I am reading from there. Okay, that's not my material, I'm reading from here, but it's really cool to see that. So what's the origin of the saboteurs? The saboteurs start off as our guardians to help us survive the real and imagined threats to our physical and emotional survival as children. By the time we are adults, we no longer need them, but they have become invisible inhabitants of our minds. Our saboteurs' patterns of thinking, feeling, and reacting become soft-coded in our brain through neural pathways. When these neural pathways are triggered, we are hijacked by our saboteurs and instantly feel, think, and act using their patterns. So look how crazy is that. The saboteurs, they were created to be guardians of us when we are child, in our childhood, to protect us of real danger, of real threat. So they were created to help us to survive those situations, okay, that could be physical or emotional. But then when we are adults, we don't need that anymore. But even that we don't need that, they didn't leave. They were living in our mind somewhere, I don't know, but then they still there, you know. And then the patterns of thinking, feeling, and reacting become soft coded. So when a situation happens that is a trigger for this dangerous situation, like our childhood, the saboteurs hijacked us and took us in a way that take our emotions and take our reaction, and then we are like that. So we feel, think, and act using the saboteurs' patterns. This is crazy, isn't it? How is it possible? It's so crazy to think that we are hijacked by our saboteurs and instantly feel, think, and act using their patterns. Wow, this is crazy. Does it make sense, guys? Do you see anything that makes sense to you? All of this that I'm saying, but or looks so crazy. For me, looks crazy actually, but it's totally real and identified with that. And then maybe you are asking, okay, but how we self-sabotage ourselves? Is that good for us? So at that time, when they were protecting us from a danger, yes, but now, let's see. But aren't they good for me? Your saboteurs claim they are good for you. For example, your judge tells you that constantly bothering you over your mistakes and shortcomings causes you to improve and achieve. So if you are critical with yourself, you can improve and achieve your goals. You can be better. That's what the saboteur says to you, trying to say that he is good. But we all know that pain is good for you. If you put your hand on a hot stove, it would be good to feel pain, so you take corrective action. But negative emotions similar to pain, we are only helpful for a quick second to alert you. But if you stay stressed, frustrated, or unhappy, you will be tunnel visioned and not capable of finding out the best solution to the problems, which your positive brain can do. So if you're in negative emotion for more than 1 second, your saboteurs are holding your hand on the hot stove and complaining why life is so hard. So guys, the pain is good just to be an alert, okay? Just to, like he's giving the example of the stove, is your hands on the stove, so just for you to hit, to see is warm or is hot, so you take off your hand. But if the pain is there for more than 1 second, he's saying that you were hijacked by your saboteurs. So you are leaving your emotions, how do you say here? If you stay stressed, frustrated, or unhappy, you will be tunnel visioned and not capable of finding out the best solution to your problems. So if you are in negative emotions for more than 1 second, your saboteurs are holding your hand on the hot stove. So they are with you, they are holding you, okay? You are living their patterns, and this is not good. This is really not good. That's why it's not good for you. They want you to think it's good for you, but it's not. It is not. Okay, definitely is not, because you will react, you will feel, you will and when you are in negative emotions, you can't think with clarity. So how we self-sabotage? Do we self-sabotage? Saboteurs are the voices in your head that generate negative emotions in the way you handle life's everyday challenges. They represent automated patterns in your mind for how to think, feel, and respond. They cause all of your stress, anxiety, self-doubt, frustration, restlessness, and unhappiness. They sabotage your performance, well-being, and relationships. Wow. So that's why I saw I didn't have the filter, because the saboteurs was all the time for me saying, he's right. You need to be better. You are not good enough. You know, you need to be better. So I thought could be good for me, because I was like all the time saying, he knows something that I don't know. This guy, he knows something that I don't know yet. So that was the saboteur hijacking me, saying, he's right. You need to know more. The hyperachiever, like, you need to do more. You need to do more. You need to do more. You need to be better. You need to do more. And the critical saying, you are not good enough. You need to be better. You are not good enough. So it was all of those saboteurs talking to me in a way that I was like self-doubting, frustration, anxiety, and took my hand and was like walking with me for a while. So that's why when you know the truth, bring light. Yes, we are always comparing ourselves. It's true, Luciana. We are always comparing ourselves. And this is a killer of assassin of purpose, because when we understand that we are unique and we carry a uniqueness, and our story is unique, and the way we tell our story, the way we teach, the way we communicate is unique, we don't compare ourselves with another person, because we understand that the call of the other person is unique as well. And we understand that, for example, the people that Luciana will reach out is completely different than the people that me, Kelly, will reach out. Because my call is one call and I connect with one type of people, and Luciana is another call and touch and talk with another type of people, connect with another type of people. So there is no comparison. But the lie, the how can I always forget how to say that, guys. This is my problem in English, and Luciana can help me here. But the dreams thieves, the ladrões de sonhos, the dream thieves, they want to exactly steal our dreams and kill our purpose, and they use the comparison for sure. So I'll go through really quick because we already 33 minutes of live. But does it make sense, guys? If you are here, let me know if you are understanding, if it makes sense for you, and if you identify anything like that you see in your life or somebody's life. Please share this live, please send to others, and reach out to me, okay? Independent of anything, of, you know, professional, anyway, reach out to me. I want to hear you, I want to talk to you, I want to connect with you and know your story, okay? I will appreciate to do that. Like when people send to me many messages on Tuesday, I was like amazed by that, you know, like many people going through the same thing. And one thing that I just said to one of the people that was in the Portuguese live, that's the biggest lie. The saboteurs, the assassin of purpose, they wanna you to think that you are alone, but you are not alone. And I want to create here in this time on social media, even that the craziness of social media, but this is the time that I want to create a safety place, a safe place for you to come and share what you are going through. You know, you are not alone. The business owners, the entrepreneurs, they have the tendency to think they are alone, and that's why I came here and to talk about that, because I see many business owners and entrepreneurs with going through the same thing, and the biggest thing is they think they are alone, but you are not alone, okay? You have a safe place, you have a place to go and share your story and share your fears and share, you know, identified with that. You will not be judged, but you will be received, welcome to work on that, for us to work together, and you'll be healed as soon as possible, because I don't want you to go through a depression, you know. That's terrible. Anyway, but talking about saboteurs, meet the judge, your master saboteur. So the study says that there is a master saboteur. His name is Judge, okay? And the judge is the universal saboteur that afflicts everyone. It is the one that beats you up repeatedly over mistakes or shortcomings warns you obsessively about future risks, wakes you up in the middle of the night. Worrying gets you fixated, I don't know how to say that, on what is wrong with others or your life. Your judge activates your other saboteurs, causes much of your stress and unhappiness, and reduces your effectiveness and harms your relationships. So the judge, he has 9 others saboteurs working for him, and then he is the master one who wakes you up in the middle of the night, worried about everything, and destroy your relationships, and reduces the effectiveness because he activates the other saboteurs. So let's see who are the others, and then tomorrow I will go deeper on the saboteurs. I will just say the name, but then tomorrow I will go deeper on that, and I will tell you how to win this battle. Okay? So the accomplice saboteurs. The judge works with one or more accomplice saboteurs to hijack your mind and cause most of your setbacks. Do any of these seem familiar to you? Let's see. The avoider. Focusing on the positive and pleasant in an extreme way, avoiding difficulty and unpleasant tasks and conflicts. Controller, anxiety-based need to take charge and control situations and people's actions to one's own will. High anxiety and impatience when that's not possible. So that's the controller. At the same time that the avoider, they don't want to be worried about anything. They are positive. They are the controllers want to take the control of everything. So high anxiety. Hyperachiever, dependent on constant performance and achievement for self-respect and self-validation. Latest achievement quickly discounted, needing more. So this is one of the ones that I have. So it's the second one actually. And this is something that I hate competition. I hate that. I don't like to compete with anybody. When someone comes starting a competition, like my husband's company, they have a bunch of competition, and I am an agent, licensed agent, and I work with him. But I don't like the meetings because I always have the competition, and I don't like that. But I love to compete with myself. I like to compete with myself, to always okay, what's the next level? Where can I go now? How can I do that? How can I I'm always like that. And then when I saw the hyperachiever, I was like, oops, I think that's me. So, but not for self-validation, or I don't know exactly, but I like to study, and I like to learn, and I like to go to the next level. I like to do that. Anyway, hyper-rational, intense and exclusive focus on the rational processing of everything, including relationships, can be perceived as uncaring, unfeeling, or intellectually arrogant. That's the hyper-rational. Hyper-vigilant, continuous intense anxiety about all the dangers and what could go wrong. Vigilance that can never rest. Wow. So this one is my biggest one, was the first one on my list when I did my saboteurs assessment, and explained so many things. When I read all of that, I was like, oh my gosh, I am definitely hyper vigilant. Now I understand why I don't trust anybody, why I am all the time You know, why it's so easy for me, for example, go to a company and analyze everything and identify all the problems and find a solution for everything. I was like, oh, that's why, because I learned this protection. I learned how to to be protected of any risk. So that's me. Pleaser indirectly tries to gain acceptance and affection by helping, pleasing, rescuing, or flattering others, loses sight of own needs and becomes resentful as a result. So restless, constantly in search of greater excitement in the next activity or constant businesses. Rarely at peace or content with the current activity. This is something really sad because the restless, they cannot enjoy the time. You know, they are always like looking for the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and they don't enjoy the time. They don't have, I had that for a while, especially in 2018, I think, and was when God told me about the power of presence, to be present, you know, to learn how to be present, to learn how to look in the eyes and listen the person. So that's why for me touched so much when I read about the restless as well. Stickler, perfectionism and a need for order and organization taking too far. Anxious, trying to make too many things perfect. Victim is the last one, emotional and temperamental as a way to gain attention and affection. An extreme focus on internal feelings, particularly painful ones. Martyr streak. So those are the 9 saboteurs that works for the master, the judge. Okay, so avoider, controller, hyperachiever, hyper-rational, hyper-vigilant, pleaser, restless, stickler, and victim. So did you identify something in you? I don't know, so share with me here. I want to know more. Guys, I promised to you guys that will be just 30 minutes and it's already 43. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. So let me know what you think about that. So thank you so much, Luciana, for joining me. Anna, Mariana, thank you so much. And guys, if you see value on that, if you are watching later, thank you so much for watching that. I will save here and I will keep this here until tomorrow 1 p.m. so you are able to share with another person, and if you see value on that, share. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, Regina is watching too. Hey, Regina, thank you for coming. You can share with others. You can, if you identify anything in you, if you saw anything of that, don't be afraid to reach out to me. Please reach out to me. I want to be here for you. I am here for you. Like I said in the other live, that's the call, that what God told me to do. And I live to serve him, and if my life served for anything, that served the sons and daughters of my Father. So I'm here to serve you. So send me a direct message and I can talk to you about that. Okay, so guys, thank you so much and see you tomorrow, part 2 of Saboteurs, where I will be talking about go deeper on the saboteurs and telling you how to win this battle. Okay, see you guys, see you tomorrow 7 p.m. here on Facebook. Bye, Lu, thank you so much. Bye, Regina. Bye, Mariana. Bye, Anna. Bye, everybody. See you all. Thank you.